What's up, everyone? My name is Jay with Prepared Citizens Training Group. Thank you for watching. I want to talk to everybody today about emergency food storage and what I recommend on how to start about it. So, first off, everything I'm going to be showing you today, nothing is given to me. I paid for it with my hard-earned money. And with that being said, all the opinions I'm going to be giving you are genuine. I'm not fluffing anybody up because they paid me or gave me something. So I don't do that. And another thing I want to mention is just because I got two different brands here, I'm not doing a brand comparison in any way. I'm just telling you what I got. Okay. The big reason I recommend dry food storage is the lessons learned from East Palestine, Ohio. Um, there, for those of you that don't know, this past February of 2023, there was a train derailment containing some toxic chemicals and just in general dangerous chemicals. Well, those chemicals, when that train derailed, those chemicals spilled into the local water sources, into the soil that people had their gardens and their livestock eating from. Next thing you know, none of the water was drinkable, including what was going through people's faucets. Couldn't even boil it. Um, their gardens were junk, non-edible, and then a lot of people's livestock and animals, their pets, were getting sick and dying. So that is one reason that I think having this as a backup or kind of your primary source is a pretty good idea. When you're getting into emergency food storage, number one thing to know is water. You have to buy water first. All this stuff, or the vast majority of all these foods, you either have to mix with water or you have to boil water and then mix it. So you got to have water in some capacity for all this. Okay. So as far as a budget plan, I guess before I get into the nitty gritty. So budget plan, for those of you that's wondering, don't stress yourself out. Start with 48 hours. Build up 48 hours of water for each individual in your household. Once you achieve that, then work on building food for 48 hours for each person in your household. And then from there, now you have 2 days worth for everybody. You're covered. Now you can work towards a week. Keep setting goals like that. Do baby steps. Unless you just got the money to go do it all. In that case, that's awesome. Go do that. I would still recommend trying everything before you start stocking up, but you do what you want. So one thing you need to be aware of is how long this stuff's good for. Typically, any brand of the cans that you buy, those are good up to 25 years. For the nutrient survival, the food bags in here, these are good for 15 years until they're opened. Once you open them, they'll still be good for a while, but not that long. But if you're not opening them, those are good for 15 years. This box right here, this is Augustin Farms. I actually found this at Walmart. This is a pretty affordable kit. This was 25 bucks for a 48-hour emergency food kit. This is good for 10 years. The expiration on it is 2032. So that's not bad for just picking it up at Walmart. And one thing to keep in mind, if you're buying, let's see, like some of the Nutrient Survival coffee or their chocolate chip cookies or other snack bars, those are pretty much energy bars, those are 18 months. So just regardless of what you're buying, always be aware of that, because that can play a big factor into what you're doing with it. And that brings me to the next topic is everybody gets into this for a reason. You have to have your mission, and it can either be a bugging out bag or a bugging in setup, or a get home bag, I like to call it. I call mine a get home bag. So what I have, this is just one that I put together myself. I got 2 of the chocolate creamy shakes from Nutrient Survival. I got a thing of their coffee, and I keep 4 of the chocolate chip cookies in here. And this is just something I leave in a bag to go to and from work. So for whatever reason, if I got stranded, didn't have any cash to get food or something, I actually have some pretty good meals, and I always keep water on me. So make sure you're getting plenty of water. Even if I did say it, you need water. Okay. My dog don't like me doing a video. He don't like that I'm talking to a camera and not him. Okay, if you're wanting to stock up on MREs, that's fine. I suggest the Nutrient Survival NREs. These things are delicious. This food lasts a long time, and this stuff has a day's worth of food for one person. But in my case, from actually eating these, I can get about a day and a half or 2 days out of one of these, because the food in these are actually very, very filling. So you're going to need some equipment if you're going to be camping or bugging out with this type of food, and I'll show you that here in just a second. Alright guys, like I said, you're going to need a few items if you plan on camping or just loading this stuff up in a vehicle and going somewhere. So first thing you're going to need is a fire source. This is something that me and my family's had for camping for quite some time. It's a Coleman little 2-burner stove. I don't have one out here with me, but you get the little fuel cans, and these things work pretty awesome. You gotta have a way to boil the water, and you need a bowl or something to put the food in. And obviously, I know this is a pocket knife, but point being, you're going to need some kind of utensils, whether it be, you can use a knife, it's a little dangerous, but have some forks or something like that to eat your food with and stir it and whatnot. And preferably a way to clean that stuff too. So even more water would be needed, say on the go or something like that. But guys, this is the equipment you're going to need to prepare this food. One thing I do want to mention is the taste of the food. To me, taste isn't that big of a deal, but regardless, if you have to live on something for an extended period of time, taste will become extremely important. Taste helps build morale, and it just helps you maintain a positive attitude and a solid mindset in a not so good situation. So with that being said, another recommendation to Nutrient Survival, which both of these taste pretty good, but with the nutrients and vitamins and minerals and all the good stuff you get from Nutrient Survival, and it tastes good, that's just a win-win in my opinion. So again, I strongly recommend them in that department. But again, get a bunch of samples of the different types of food and try it yourself, so you will know for 100%, you and your family. Well guys, I hope all that helped. I hope it helps give you a better idea of maybe setting your own goals or on your path to kind of getting a bit of a food storage situation going. I hope that puts you in the right direction. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Always be an asset to those around you, not a liability. And God bless.